In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this integrated LED monitor for the Xbox Series S to kind of make it sort of portable, I guess, depending on how you get this thing set up. But previously, we have taken a look at a few other G-Story products. One of my favorites was that PlayStation Classic carrying case that had a monitor built into it. You just put a portable battery in there and boom, you're ready to go. Complete portable PlayStation Classic. I wish they still sold those, but they've been out of stock for a long time. And I remember after buying that, the company hit me up, over the past couple years on doing some videos on a few of their other products. And recently, we took a look at an integrated monitor for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. And while I thought those were cool in a way, not the most practical thing in the world, but some people may have a use for it, I was more interested in like, hey, are you guys gonna have a monitor for the Series S? As this system is fairly small, making it a little bit more portable, right? So that's what we got today, the GS125SM. It's got a sticker there with that. I don't know if they changed the name over time, but hey, we're here, why not check? Oh, I guess maybe the last minute decision on what the model number was. There's nothing underneath there, but here we go. 12.5-inch screen, HDR, FreeSync, and OD. Is that overdrive? I don't know. We'll find out, right? So they're gonna have this available on Amazon end of November-ish, so within a few days. I don't know the actual specs on this, so I'm hoping there's a manual in here that says what's going on here because they didn't give me too much information. Open or close the monitor so it kind of stays flush with it. Interface keys, stronger functions specifically designed for the Series S. If you say so, G-Story, I'm in it to win it, so let's find out. We got their little G-Story remote, so that's nice. We can use that instead of the buttons on the system. Takes 2 AAAs. We get a power cable for the monitor, I'm supposing. There's some kind of like side bracket or something. We'll find out what that does in a second. Looks like an HDMI link cable to link to this to the actual monitor. So that's a given. And we have like some screws and a screwdriver. I'll set that aside, see when we need it. Oh, thanks. It does come with batteries for that remote. Good thing. Okay, so it does list the specs, but it lists it for like all their different monitors. But this one is the GS125SM. So 12.5 inches, 1920 by 1080 at 60 hertz. Response time 8 to 25 milliseconds. And if anything else there is of interest to you, there you go, right? So I'm gonna unplug my power cable and my 1 terabyte drive. We got that out. And get the monitor. See what to do here. So there's the monitor. Doesn't look too bad. Get it plugged in and check in a second. Buttons right there, some built-in speakers. Little side bracket, so it looks like you get it on there and then that one has to be screwed in. I didn't even look at the instructions. I just figured it out on my own, I guess. It was simple enough. I am gonna refer back to the instructions though because I see an extra screw and some other nonsense. Okay, that's plugged in. It came with these like little plastic covers. I'm assuming to cover the screws. What does it look like on that side? Yeah, that's what it's for, to cover the screws. So, okay, how do I do this? Take the included HDMI, plug it in to the actual system underneath, and then go ahead and plug that into, I'm assuming port 1. There's 2 ports on here. I'm assuming port 1. You got some headphone jacks on the back as well. That's nice. Plug in the power for the actual monitor. Plug back in my drive so everything does fit. Plug in the power for the system. And then I'm gonna get both of these plugged in. Okay, so we got everything attached, plugged in, powered on, and I think the screen looks really good. It's very vibrant, no ghosting issues or anything, no light bleed. It just looks really good. I mean, it's a 1080p panel. but it's doing a solid job on this system. I like the aesthetic here. I mean, everything sits flush, just kind of melts into the system. The hinge feels really good. It's not like weak and it's not like overly strong. It's just right. It's just right. Really like how it just kind of everything matches. I mean, it looks really nice on this system. Now, we do have a series of buttons on the top, a power button for the monitor, left and right select button, enter, source, and then menu. Source, obviously we have two HDMIs in the back, so we could plug something else into it and change the source, right? So let's go ahead and zoom up a little bit. We do have two speakers on the front, on the top there, and they're not the most powerful speakers in the world, but they do a good job. They sound pretty good. I mean, they're not crazy loud. You could always use like a Bluetooth headset on the system or one of those 3.5 millimeter audio jacks on the back and plug a headset into that if you so choose. So with that included remote here, I'm going to show you the different options we have. You could use the buttons on the top, but this does the same thing and has some shortcut keys as well. So if we press up, we get to like a little shortcut thing where we could change the game mode for the visuals, the black level, FreeSync, HDR, and a few other things. If we press down, we get like the little crosshairs for FPS games. If you want to be a cheating bastard, you have different colors and different settings for that. Pretty cool. This is pretty much the same as the other monitors that they make. So nice little features. Left and right is for the volume up and down. You have source, change between HDMI 1 and 2, the mute button, and then you have this F1, P, and F2 button. F1 is low blue light off or on. The P button is going to be our different color settings. So dark, movie, photo, stuff like that. You'll have like an FPS, RTS setting, user settings, standard, all that good stuff. So there's a lot of preset options with that if you want to use it. And then F2 is going to be our overdrive, on or off, high, middle, low, however you want to set it. There's that. And then we can also press the scale button, switch between auto, 16:9, or 4:3, depending upon the source you have plugged in. Nice to have that. Not all modern day monitors have 4:3 built in to where you could swap to it. I have a few that will not allow you to do that. So if you're using this for something else that you have plugged into it by chance, cool, why not, right? Now, if we hit the menu button, we get all of our other options as far as backlight, contrast, temperature, black levels, dynamic contrast ratio, which I always leave off. I don't like dynamic contrast or any of that kind of stuff. Eco mode, everything's available through the menu. And you'll have sound settings as well. And then your general settings for your FreeSync, HDR, auto power saving, and then your on-screen display options as well. So neat little setup here. Should be available on Amazon pretty soon. I'm not 100% what they're going to be charging for this, but so far out of the three for the current generation consoles that they've made, this one is my favorite. Yeah, it doesn't have the best specs as far as, you know, the monitor goes, but it looks really good. I mean, it sounds good, it looks good. Like I said, no ghosting issues or anything like that. No weird screen tearing. It just works, and it works well, in my opinion. Not something that's going to be for everyone. I think a monitor built in like this, for some people it could be cool if you're traveling, in a hotel, want to go sit at Starbucks or McDonald's and use their power and sit there and play some Xbox. Why the hell's not? My favorite one out of the three so far, and I think the build quality too, it just sits nicer on this system. I think though, you know, how it's set up, sure, you could plug this into your TV and leave this on, but you know, the system does get kind of warm on top on this, you know, speaker grill looking thing. So if you have it closed, it is gonna transfer a lot of heat to that monitor. I don't know about the longevity of the actual screen if you leave it that way or if you're running it that way, but definitely a nice little travel companion type of thing, if you will. So there you go. I mean, I think this is a cool little product. I hope the price is reasonable. I'll put a link in the description and update it as soon as it goes live. for sure see the different uses for this, you know, monitor and setup here. You know, people using stuff like this in conventions or on vacation, that kind of thing. Definitely really cool. I'm getting my ass handed to me trying to do multiple things at once. But yeah, really cool. I dig this one. Appreciate you guys watching. Give you a big ass blurry thumb butt like a Bigfoot. Kind of wandering off screen there. Catch you on the next one. Peace out. Bye.